Hey, Speak here, and today we'll see some examples with powers and logarithms. So, let's say that we have an icon, and we want this to slowly disappear. We'll go down here on visibility, and pick the modulate. As you can see, if I change the alpha, it's slowly vanishing. Back on our script. Sorry. Control. We hold Control and drag the icon here. Alright, so we go in our process function. And what we're going to do is, first of all, we need another variable. Let's call it fade time, which is a float. And let's add the constant. Fade speed. Right. Now this value is going to start at 0. And we are going to slowly increase it based on the delta. So it's going to be delta times the speed. And then we say icon.modulate .a is going to be equal to minus fade time, and if this value becomes, let's say, less than 0.02, not redraw, sorry, Q3. This is going to delete the icon. If it becomes basically invisible, we don't really need it anymore. So let's see how this goes. Oh, yeah, okay. We have to do if icon. And I believe that's going to work. Okay, that vanished way too fast. Let's try a smaller speed, 0.1. Oh, wait. I'm so stupid. It has to be 1 minus the fade time, otherwise it's going to be a negative number. Oops. And now we can see it slowly disappearing. If we want to make it disappear faster, we can always change the speed. And there we go. Now I'm going to replicate this icon. I'm going to copy this code, change everything to icon 2. Oh, there we go. We'll change this linear function to an exponential one and say exp of minus fade time. Okay, let's see how that goes. As you can see, this one took a bit longer to disappear. Basically, this is the graph of the function. So this is in case you want to do something in a non-linear way. A pretty simple example. And let's move on to the next one, which is going to be a button. Okay, let's say that we want to hover over the button and the button gets bigger. And when the mouse exits, the button becomes smaller again. Let's see how we'll do that. Okay, so let's start with the constants. We have the base scale. Which is 1, 1. We have the max scale. Let's call this animation speed. And it's a float. Let's say it's 2 for the time being. All right. Now for the variable, let's call this time, which is a float. And let's begin. Now, in order to do this, actually, I think I'll just add a script on the button and move everything here. All right, so let's use the ready function and connect the signals. Mouse entered, dot connect. Let's call this handle mouse and exit it. All right, now those two signals are connected to this function. Let's create a function. We set the time to 0. And I'm going to be using the setProcess function. This is a function that basically when it's false, it's not going to be running the process function. And the signals are going to set it to true. All right, let's go to the process function. Let's see. First of all, time is going to be increased by delta times the speed. So it's going to become time plus equals delta times the animation speed. All right. If time is greater or equal to 1, time becomes 1. All right, and now we have to change the scale of the button. we're going to use the lerp function. This is linear interpolation. Basically, when you have 2 points, the linear interpolation is this function, and if the value of t is between 0 and 1, it gives you a point on this line. If t has any other value, it's what we call extrapolation. And we're going for the max scale. If we hover over the button, now we need a weight, so let's add a variable. This is going to be pow time 2. So basically time squared. If we are hovering over the button, we want the button to grow. So from scale, we are going towards max scale, because time is increasing. Else, we want scale to go to the base scale. Oh, and finally, is equal approx, because time is a float number. And we set the process function to false. Because it's no longer necessary to do these computations. So as you can see, if the mouse is hovering over the button, it grows. Let me make it more obvious. Alright, and those were the examples. In the next video, we're going to talk about constants. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.